What is up, SCRA YouTube? This is the season 15 grand opening race of the season. Prolates are going to be headed to Lanier tonight. The boys are about to jump into qualifying. Yep, qualifying's about to start right now. So we'll bounce around, find a few people to ride around with during their qualifying. There's about 43, 44-ish cars signed up for tonight's race, so small track. Gonna hope to see some great racing here. We're on board with Jeffrey Hyatt for his laps. One of the first cars out on the track here. This guy must have been practicing. He's got to know the lines. Fellas have 2.5 minutes to get a lap down. Hyatt looks to run a lap bottom and then one low. And with that, that's a P4 a lap. Let's see who's on the track now. Oh, Cody Schaefer. If you know this man, you know why his car looks like that. This isn't a gravel road. Please keep it straight. Oh, he's already broken. Good thing there's not a windshield. This Cody Schaefer not even gonna take his lap seriously and cruising around the track like he can't reset his car. It's about 15-ish seconds left in qualifying. We'll start getting into some heat races. I'm not sure. Let me check that before I sit here and lie to you. There are 5 heats tonight. I believe they take, yep, top 3 from each heat. So, should be some close racing. It looks like Scott Combe gonna be on the pole of this one. Derek Darnell to his outside, followed by Gavin Gravitt. Adam Tyler Scott rolling in fourth. James Lucas in that P5 spot. Kyle Matthews to his outside, P6. Chris Thibodeau rolling up in seventh. Lucas Stevens, P8. Colin Horvath, I'm sorry if I butchered your name, rolling out P9. Julian Shanks in P10. And that Dr. Squash machine. And Donnie Thibodeau rolling off P11. There is a 12th place car, John Hargraves. We'll see if he grids or not. I don't believe he is. So we'll just switch it back. Everybody's gridded but one. And they're going to roll off for Heat 1. The first heat race of Season 15 coming to you live from Lanier. Scott Colm leading us off in that beautiful J-Dub graphics machine. Let's get in the let's get in this rear chase view so we can see this start. As they roll off to the green here, Scott Colm out of turn 4. And they're green. Scott Colm with an amazing jump. Gavin Gravitt to follow. Gravitt looks to the inside of Darnell. Darnell stuck in that middle. Gravitt looks under. They're even coming off of 2. Gravitt, the bottom looks like it's where you want to be. Leaning on him just a bit. It's rubbing, it's racing. It's clean, folks. Gravitt still on that bottom. Oh, Adam Tyler Scott pushes up, opening the door for James Lucas. James Lucas hooks Derek Darnell. He's onto that bottom. Remember, folks, P3 is where you want to be at the end of these 8 laps. They seem to have singled out a little bit. Gravitt in P2. Scott Colm just praying that they keep battling so he can ride away from it. Adam Tyler. Oh, we got door. Get the fuck out the way. Chris Thibodeau, not afraid to throw that door around. I've heard. I didn't say it. I just heard it. Slides him on his nose. This is a crazy back up spot. Derek Darnell peeping to the inside. Doesn't look like he has much for him yet. And just can't get there off of 4. Darnell still staying lower than all these other fellas. Off of 3, order's gonna stay the same. Adam Tyler Scott really got the bad end of this deal. Just pushed up and got sent out to dry. Grab it to the middle. Don't think anybody's going to have anything for Scott Colm here if he just holds that car steady and doesn't mess up, which he shouldn't. He's by himself. Grab it through the middle. That is going to be Heat 1 of Season 15. Scott Colm, Gavin Gravitt, and Derek Darnell will be transferring out of Heat 1 to the A main. The rest of the fellas will have to do consies. We wish them the best of luck. Rolling off for Heat 2 of Season 15 here with the Prolates. We have Aiden Lewis on the pole. Brandon Butterball, I'm so sorry. Rolling that P2 position. Tyler Bickford in the colorful machine, 07. He's going to be rolling off 3rd. Nate Wemhoff in 4th. Followed by Caleb Myers. Derek Jester to his outside of P6. Miller Kangas rolling off P7. Nick Leitzman to his outside in P8. Wayne, take you to the woods. Get the Bourbon Hummel in 9th. Jeremy Johnson rolling off P10. Cody Schaefer. He's going to bring up the rear of this field in P11. As the boys roll off here, we're going to get back to the front of this field. The boys come around here. What should be 1 to green. We're going to get back in that rear chase view. Lots of different colors on the track right now. All kinds of cars, all beautiful in their own way. Ready to put on a show here at the Lanier. Is this a Speedway? It's going to be today. Lanier Speedway. Out of 4. Lewis with the jump. Puts a car on Butterball. Bicky to his inside. Bicky, he's poking the nose in. Can he get it? He cannot. As here comes Nate off the side. Nate Wimhoff runs a lane higher than everybody else. Tub Nation, talk to me. He comes out of that P3. Bicky is just stuck on the bottom here. He's falling back to P4. Front pack seems to be a little singled out. Back to the battle for fifth here. Caleb Myers peeping to the inside of Derek Jester. Can't make nothing happen with it. Derek Jester to the top. Top work. I don't know what happened there, but we're still alive here. Same order as it was a minute ago. This field seems to have pretty much... Oh, what happened to Wayne? We'll get back to that at the end of this race here. Wayne Hummel looks like he hit a tree in the woods. Must have been on that bourbon. We go back to the battle for third here. Bicky peeping to the inside of Wimhoff. Can he make something happen here? They come to the flag stand. No, can't get it on that one time around. Oh, that was the final time around. So it's going to be Aiden Lewis, Brandon Butterball, Nate Wimhoff to your feature. Bicky, Caleb Myers, Derek Jester, and the rest of the fellas will head on to some consies. Head on to P3 here. Well, wouldn't you imagine that? You'll never guess who's on the pole of this one. Mr. Experience, Mr. Decade himself, the Unk, Zach Meensner is on the pole of this one. He's not gridded up yet. Probably had to put some icy hot on his joints for this one here. Cody McDonald, he's going to be starting on your P2 position. Brandon Jones I don't know. He's in third though. Austin Leisman, outside of him in fourth. Dylan didn't even put a wrap on. He knew he was about to fuck some shit up. To the outside of him, Dalton Tournier, looking to put that name Doza to use. Probably will. JD Renfro rolling off P7, followed by James Miller. And Devin Matthews will be rolling this field up at... I don't know what's happening with the software today. It's kind of bugging out. I'm not too sure. We're here with Zachary Meensner, rolling us off in this Heat 3. As we roll into 3, coming out of 4. Meensner with a great jump. Oh, here comes Dylan Bars to the inside of them all. Let's see. 2x2 going into 1. Meensner with a good jump. McDonald to his outside. McDonald elects to... Meensner with the slider to protect. Here comes Tournier to the bottom. Wait, contact between Brandon Jones and Austin Leisman. That sends them both to the back. Tournier from 7th to 3rd. This is what you come to see. They're 3 wide for that P5 position. Oh my goodness. Leisman seemed to got the bad end of that whole stick. Got damage in the left front. That's going to affect him. These late models, the arrow is so important. We got Tournier rolling off, then third though, followed by Jones. Jones looking to get back in that transfer spot. We go back to our race for the lead here. Meensner, McDonald, nose to tail. To the transfer spot battle, all these fellas, somebody's going to have to make a move here. You can't get content and ride in line. It's going to be hard for Leitchman. As you can see, the ground he's losing because of that hole in the nose. Tournier holding on for dear life. Everybody in the world knows he did not expect to be in this position. Goodness gracious, mama, we have a miracle. Everybody seems to be pretty content with where they are. Back to the race for the lead. Meensner still rolling that middle in with McDonald right on his tail. If Meensner slips up, McDonald could have a chance to make something happen. Tournier, Brandon Jones 1 spot out of that transfer. This will still put him in a good spot for a consi, but you gotta imagine that he wants more. Austin Langsman. Oh, JD Renfro, you gotta turn. That's the corner. Oh, that was the end of the race. Good race. Good race. Meetzner, McDonald, and Tournier will go to the A main. Jones, Leitzman, Renfro, and the rest of the fellas will go to Concies. Rolling into P4 here. Brandon Schatz will take us to the green, followed by Chase Mo Money Mo Problems Copeland. That is the GOAT. One of the more ignorant guys on the sim. We got followed by Ryder Poston in third, Jason Woodridge in fourth, followed by Jason E. Wilson, Jeffrey E. Hyatt to his outside, Christopher Harper in seventh, Tim Harmon in eighth, Joshua Wright, J-Dubs, Dub Daddy in that ninth position, followed by Tim Graham and Christine Arter. If she, he, they, it makes the grid, then they will be our final car in this race. Seeing a lot of guys, more guys nowadays with JSS on their car. I'm not too sure what that is. Must be something ready to take over. We're gonna figure out soon enough, though. We go to rear chase here for the start of this one. As they roll into the backstretch, they're coming to green. This one could go anyway. Lots of great drivers in this field as they roll into three, coming out of four. Brandon Schatz leading us to the green. Good jump from that inside row. Copeland, not a slouch though, doesn't let too much ground get lost. Austin slides up to the middle, looking to the inside of Copeland. Can't get a run, but he is there. As the door open up, no, Austin slides back up through the middle. He's going to roll out in third. They're going to single out in the top three. Here comes Jeffrey Hyatt out of nowhere, looking to the inside of Austin. And don't Jason E. Wilson right behind. Oh, Wilson into the inside wall. You know that's gotta hurt. Austin gonna hold on to that third position though. He slides up in front of Hyatt. Hyatt looking to get a run here. Can't make much happen. Oh, Hyatt to the inside for the slider. Can he make it stick? He cannot. Poston with the tub job. Absolute tub mania. Goodness gracious. Hyatt with the slider back. Ryder Poston with the crossover to his inside. You gotta imagine the slider's coming. And he backs out of it. Oh, there must be a yellow on the field. Yellow on the track. Not sure what happened there. I'm not seeing anybody. Oh, Tim Graham is dead. I repeat, Tim Graham is dead. Let's see what happened here. Graham and Wright. Oh, seem to be battling. Graham throws his tire, does not turn. Then by the time he realizes that it's just too late. He never lived though. Must have hated his life and just drive straight into the wall, ending his heat race. Can't really understand what the thought process was, but hey, to each their own, you know what I mean? Not my problem. His crew guys I know his crew guys are not happy right now at all. Brandon Schott's gonna lead us back to the green here. Pace car in, Shots, it's on you, and he fires off. Good jump from Hyatt all the way to the door of Poston. You gotta just imagine Poston is feeling the pressure with a fast rolling Jeffrey Hyatt on his bumper. As we go into 3 and 4, he's gonna single out Shots, Copeland, Poston, and Hyatt. Hyatt, you know he's not gonna settle for fourth. His ride is too fast to settle. This guy knows he has a machine that should be in that A main. Shots on a Sunday cruise, just absolutely strolling. Poston holding that P3 position. There is a hole in his nose though, and you gotta imagine that's affecting him, and he can tell. Hyatt with the slider attempt. Oh, just barely leaves him enough room. A little tap, a little contact. Poston with the slider back. Oh, don't sleep. Here comes Christopher Harper. Harper looking to their inside. Poston stays low in the middle. And it's going to be Hyatt at the line. Your order is going to be shots. Copeland, Hyatt, Poston, the first car outside of the main. Christopher Harper, Jason Woodridge. We're going to roll into our first consi of the night here. How many are they taking from this?
Good thing we got the Discord team all together. Had to break out the backup car, guys.
I think I'm the only one who did okay.
Maybe, yeah, I definitely didn't.
All right, heads up, guys. Heads up, guys. 3 LCQs somehow. Not sure how to display 3 times, but top two.
We grid up here with James Lucas starting a P1 of this consi. Ryder Paulson to his outside in that P2 in that 2 machine. Austin Leitzman, unlucky in the heat race, rolling off P3. Derek Jester in P4. Lucas Stevens rolling off P5. Tim Harmon to his outside. James Miller in that 7th position. Jeremy Johnson rolling off P8. No, yes. Colton Harbaugh rolling off P9, and finally Tim Graham will round up this field. Lots of great racing so far, lots of tight racing. Felt guys looking for the same line, just making it happen. Slider Mania. It's been a good night so far. Not too many just ignorant things. Lots of great racing, but also lots of contact. Most of it racing contact, so I think. But just got word they are taking 2 from each of these consies. So it's going to be a battle for those first 2 positions. You got to imagine there's going to be a few incidents in this race, just people looking to make it to that main. And we're going off the green. James Lucas with a good jump. Poston caught sleeping a little bit. As they go into 2, here comes Leitzman to his inside. Poston with that run up top, though. Leitzman still knocking down the door as he slides up the racetrack. And he just parks it on his nose on exit. You gotta imagine Poston did not like that. As he slides back to the inside, can't get nothing happening. Leitzman to that second spot. Here comes Derek Jester in that 56 machine. Rolling that top. Oh, we're gonna get a call back. Caution, call back, something. Alright, we're gonna go back and see what happened here. Brought out that yellow.
All right, it's Lucas. Lucas Stevens
Oh, goodness.
wall again.
See here, they go into this corner. Stevens a little tight, taps that wall. It just bounces off of it. Nowhere to go for the tail end of the pack, just causing a pile up. Just unfortunate for those guys that couldn't miss it. Nobody's fault really. Nobody wrecked anybody else. Stevens just collected that wall.
My car's missed now.
My right front shot.
Alright. We're gonna have a lot of this consi left to go. James Lucas seemed to be cruising. Leitzman, the right front of his nose is gone. You have to imagine that's going to impact him for the rest of this race. 10 long laps. As we go green for the second time in this consi, the guy in 4th blinks out. That's Derek Jester. He's blinking out a little bit. Leitzman sends it back up top, looking to get a run on Lucas, which he does. Not enough, though, as here comes Poston following in that P3 spot. Poston back to that top side, hoping those sliders are inbound here. His nose cannot take any more. Derek Jester rolling behind him in P4. Jeremy Johnson. It's really just a race between the top 4. You could throw a blanket over the top of them. Leitzman to the slider. Is he going to be able to make it stick? He cannot. Lucas back to the inside. Lucas with a slider of his own. Leitzman, crossover. Is it going to work? Here we go. Back to turn one. Leitzman, you got to imagine he's throwing one back. He does. Can it stick? He makes it stick. Here comes Poston to that inside. Lucas pushes, collects the guy. Tim Graham, what are you doing? Tim Graham is drunk. Ban him. Mods, ban Tim Graham. He just ended what was such a great stretch of racing. Before we go ahead and just tell him to die, let's see what happens here. Just so tight. You can tell that setup is just tight on that car. It just kills that wall. And I mean, the leaders are right behind him. It's not like he waited for him. Just an unlucky event for our group of leaders and Tim Graham. You know his back's hurting now.
Six laps in on a 12-lap mission, so we're halfway there, guys. So keep going. We got 4 minutes left for the timer to lap.
Leitzman, Lucas, P1, Leitzman, P2, where Poster or Jester look like it could go any of their ways. Don't sleep on Jeremy Johnson and the rest of the fellas rolling up behind him. This race could go any way. We're rolling off to the green. Leitzman inside of his rear end. Good jump from Lucas on that start. Lucas to the top, Leitzman to follow. Poston up all the way by the wall. Just Hub City, let them know. Collects the wall a little bit. Doesn't really pick that up through iRacing just for a second. Leitzman to that lower line, looking to get a run on Lucas. Lucas holding that top side. Here comes Poston, followed by Jester. Jester looking to the inside of Poston for that P3 position. Remember, they need P2 to transfer. Jester doing a little bit of blinking, nothing too crazy though. Poston looking to the inside, can't make that run on Leitzman. Poston, dive bomb, slider, can he make it stick? He can't, he's so close as he right to the door. Leitzman still holding that P2 spot with the nose damage. You gotta admit, that's pretty impressive. You gotta know that car isn't handling as good here. Here comes Jester on Poston's back bumper, but you got Leitzman leading this pack. You gotta imagine things could get sticky here throughout these final few laps of this Conti. Poston with a huge slider to the inside. Can he make it stick? He cannot. As they roll across the line. Poston with another slider. Can he make it? Up to the door. Poston, you gotta imagine this coming one more time. Huge slider. Can he make it? Hit contact. Leitzman into the wall. And that's going to bring us to the end. James, Lucas, Austin, Leitzman will be your transferees from this first Conti. What a great race for that transfer spot.
Really good luck transfer.
Dude, holy cow. What a race.
We're rolling into second Conti of the night here. Rolling off in our P1 position is Tyler Bickford. Some know him as Bicky. And that beautiful '07 machine. To his outside, we have Chris Thibodeau, followed by Christopher Harper in third, JD Renfro in fourth, Nick Leitzman in fifth, Kyle Matthews rolling in sixth, Joshua J-Dub, Dub Daddy Wright in that P7 position. Devin Matthews is supposed to come out eighth, not seeing him. Here comes Cody Schaefer in that P9 position. Everybody stay aware. This guy's probably 7 beers deep right now. Donnie Thibodeau rolling off in P10. And if Christine Arter makes it to the grid, which they will not, there will be 10 cars in this Conti, all fighting for one of those first two positions. As they come to the one to green this time around. as they come to the green here. Bickford with a late go. He goes late to catch the field off guard, and he caught almost everybody in the field slipping, as that gives him a great lead out to start this race. Thibodeau on that high side rolling in P2. Here comes Harper to the inside slider. Can he make it stick? No, he's going to get to his door. Here comes JD Renfro following Chris Thibodeau. This is getting interesting. Thibodeau on that high side, he has that thing rolling. Here comes Renfro following him. Oh, Harper tight on the bottom as we have contact between Leitzman and Kyle Matthews. They just junked each other. Bickford's still in that pole position. I imagine there's going to be a yellow here. Let's get back on that and see what happened. As they come out, one on the bottom, one in the middle. Just room ran slim. Leitzman got the rough end of it all. Left front broken. Just a rough experience for that guy right there. Putting on a good performance as well in this stacked SCRA Pro Late opener. Rolling around, Tyler Bickford, Chris Thibodeau, still your first two cars. JD Renfro, followed by Kyle Matthews, Devin Matthews, Donnie Thibodeau, and Cody the Rebel Schaefer. This guy owns a chassis shop if any of you guys are interested in buying some chassis. He does it all, and he also works at a gas station on the side if you're ever in need of a drink. You know, little gas, hit up Rebel. He's your guys. We're going to come back up to the front here as they take the green. Bickford with the good jump here. Thibodeau falling out. Devin Matthews with a good jump on that start, it looked like. Bicky going to elect to go to the bottom as Thibodeau rolling that top, followed by Renfro. Renfro peeps to the inside. Don't think he has enough to make something happen here. To the door. Can't make nothing happen. They roll into 1 and 2 here. We got Thibodeau just rolling that top. Lots of pressure from Renfro here. Kyle Matthews, don't sleep. He's right behind him in the 4th position. Anything can happen here, as we've seen. Devin Matthews gonna bring out the yellow here. See what happens on this. Just a little squirrely up in front of the other Thibodeau. Oh, spun. And then Matthews just... Did the throttle stick? We don't know. But unlucky for a lot of these fellas here. Thibodeau just got unlucky in that one. Spun into the outside wall with nowhere to go.
Hey, Olsen, we don't need the comments, brother.
Okay, it looks like he tried to avoid him when he hit the wall and just hovered there. But I have to see that replay on. But right now, the guy hit the wall and tried to avoid him.
Rolling around.
Going to the top five.
Yeah, it's contact.
Bicky, Thibodeau, Renfro
Can I get a flag though?
still in the top two. Thibodeau and Bicky locked into this race as of right now. Off they are, green. Bicky with a good jump. Bicky choosing to go to that bottom in 1 and 2. Seems to be pulling a little gap here. Thibodeau rolling that middle. Thibodeau back to that bottom side here in 2, or in 3 and 4. Seems to have worked a little bit for him there. Pulling a little bit. Renfro still rolling that top. Trying to make something happen. And that will be the end of that.
Not sure what happened there. He just got like correlated to another vehicle.
It will not be the end of it. What happened? I did see a car pulling out the pits there.
Come on, guys. We had such good heat races in last race.
I'm hearing race control. He's not seeming happy here. Okay. Oh, the caution was already out. I'm not sure. Can't really find nothing there. Maybe the flag man just needed a rest, forgot to count on the laps. We are 4 to go here. Bicky leading us to the green. Bicky with a great jump on that start. Thibodeau sleeping. Thibodeau to that bottom. Renfro into his rear end. Here come Leitzman out of nowhere on that bottom side. That car is tore to pieces, but he don't care. If it fits, he's making. Oh, you can't make it fit. I was gonna say you can make it work. You can't force it. Lots of contact throughout there. Bicky on a Sunday cruise. Now Thibodeau, he's catching up to Bicky actually. Bicky rolling that bottom. I think these two fellas are pretty content with where they are right now. No need to push that issue. With a solid gap from that P3 position. They come around. Bicky, Thibodeau, Renfro. Still your order. Bicky to the high side, out of 4. And that was the white flag lap. Bicky is on the bottom here. Thibodeau on the bottom. Renfro on the bottom. The track seems to have moved back to the bottom. As I know for sure the race is over now. Good God, I'm a little lost up here, huh? But Bickford, Tyler, Biggie Bickford will advance, as well as Thibodeau from this Conti. Renfro 1 spot out. Leitzman put on a show at least, but he will fall short. So we go into Conti number, I believe 4. I lost count. I can't lie to you. Rolling to Conti 2 to 4 here. Brandon Jones on that pole position. Caleb Myers to his outside. Adam Tyler Scott will be rolling off P3. Jason Woodridge will come off in that P4. Dylan Bars, Miller Kangas, Julian Shanks, Jason E. Wilson, Jordan LaFon, Wayne Bourbonman, Hommel, and John Hargraves will wrap up this Conti. 11 cars, only 2 to the main. Let's see how this goes. Rolling around on these pace laps here. Brandon Jones looking, as well as Caleb Myers, looking to at least hold their positions to make it to this main here. Over 40 something cars showing up. You gotta imagine a lot of these guys are going home sad. Some of these guys are coming home. Even if they make the main, they might go home sad. It's happened before. It'll happen again. This is racing. Hey, who cares though? You play, it's a game. Brandon Jones looking to lead us off here. And Conti number 4. As we roll into 3, coming out of 4, green flag. Brandon Jones with a great jump on that start. Caught Meyer sleeping. Here comes Adam Tyler Scott to that inside. Scott with a big run on the inside, but Myers back to his outside. Myers taps the wall. Scott's going to stay on that inside, looking to make up some ground here. Scott into that P2 position. He's going to stick to that bottom, and Sir, I would as well. That thing is working for you as he's fighting for the lead. Adam Tyler Scott, as they come out of 4, no, by a nose. 1 and 2 here. Scott with a big run to the inside. Here comes Brandon Jones back to the outside. Brandon Jones is committed to the top as Scott's committed to the bottom as they get to the line. Just the same amount of fender, if that. Oh, Rolls up off the bottom, and we have a yellow. Let's see what we got here. Wait.
All right, guys.
Alright, we're gonna rewind this some and see what really happened here. It looks like
I don't know how
it's gonna
close
be
you are, but there's a wall now.
Caleb Myers involved there. As Dylan Barnes actually just hits the wall.
It's hard to spin. Let's try not to continue that. We have
Solo wreck all on his own. Just collects that opening in that wall, I guess. Not too sure on what happens, but Brandon Jones gonna lead us back to the green flag here. Tyler Scott has a rocket on the bottom. You gotta imagine that Myers will have something to say about it, as well as Woodridge, as you could put a blanket over them before that caution was coming out here. A pretty big blanket, but it would still fit.
once again. Final reminder: during warm-ups, any heat race winners inside the waiting area in the exit 3 corners.
Rolling into 3 out of 4 this time around. Pace car in. Jones green in this LCQ. Jones to that bottom side. Nope, he's gonna run a slider. Scott's gonna commit to that bottom. Scott with almost, he gets back to that quarter panel. Jones going back to that top. Tyler Scott to the bottom at the line. Just Jones is still gonna be Jones. Tyler Scott rolling that bottom here. It is in. Both lanes look pretty even right now, as this is great side-by-side racing for this LCQ win. At the line is still going to be Jones. Somebody is in the wall. Goodness. But anyways, we're going to focus on our leaders here. Jones back to that inside. Or Jones to the outside. Scott to that inside. Scott peeking his nose every chance he gets. As we're going to see, out of 4, it's going to be Jones still. Scott's doing everything but passing him. He's driving, he's looking out to his right side and probably talking to him at this point. I mean, they're side by side so often. These guys might come out of this race as friends. Who knows? Jones all the way up there by that wall with the run. Scott's holding his own on that bottom, though. Pretty even. Jason Woodridge decides, you know what, it's my time to go to the top, see if I can make something happen. Adam Tyler Scott's going to stay on that bottom, slow roll, smooth and steady. Jones and Scott, your 2 transfers as of right now. To the flag stand. That is it. Jones is your winner, and Scott is the final transferee of this consi. These fellas are going to get in a warm-up here. We are going to do some interviews with your heat race winners.
All right, Johnny, winners will be in the waiting area. I think Scott won't be able to make it, so just see how the heat races, 3 heat race winners.
Who won heat race 2?
I don't know whatever one Scott was in. Scott won't be able to make interviews.
All right. Let me check the iRacing here to see who won what. So Scott can't make interviews, but he can make the race.
You can drag people.
All right.
Oh yeah, make these short too. Don't take forever. Just ask like a question or two.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna be bringing in Aiden Lewis here. Aiden, winner of Heat Race 2 here with us. You did win Heat 2, right?
Yes, I did.
All right, Aiden, tell me how you felt and what you think you need to build on to potentially pick up a win tonight here in this feature.
I got no clue, brother. I'm gonna be honest, but I felt pretty good in the heat race. Just kind of chilling on the bottom, making sure I don't, mess up because they were like right on me. But yeah, that's about it.
Oh yeah, well you look good out there, man. Anybody you'd like to thank or shout out before we get into this race here?
Just Miller Inc. for my rap. Oh, RJ Miller. Like to thank him for giving me a little rap run.
That
And
thing looks sharp, man.
yeah, man, thank you. And that's about it.
Appreciate you coming out tonight. We wish you the best of luck, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
No problem. Heat Race 3 winner, Mr. Unk, Decade himself, Zachary. Talk to me. How'd you feel?
Uh, I felt good, Johnny. I missed you. I miss having you on the track, but I hope the booth is treating you nice and well.
Buddy, I bet all these people in the stream probably think I'm drunk or retarded. I can't say that, but you get what
Nope.
I'm saying. Yeah, but
But
tell me how it felt, Zach. Any adjustments you think you might need to make for the feature, or you feel pretty solid about your chances tonight?
I feel pretty good about my chances tonight. Me and my team got a pretty nice setup for a slick track, so just gonna ride it out for 40 laps and see what happens. I know a lot of us are pretty quick, so I know we're gonna be challenging Scott. I don't know why he decided to flake on the interview with you. That's kind of fake of him,
It
but
made me a little
we're
sad, but
I'm gonna take that personally for you. I'm gonna beat him for you.
Zach, I appreciate you. Make sure you send in my interview to Midwest. Is there anybody you'd like to thank before we get into this feature tonight?
I'd like to thank Chase Copeland for this wonderful setup I'm about to run, and you for putting on a wonderful show for us.
Thank you, Zach. We wish you the best of luck tonight, man. Have a good run.
Yep, see you, brother.
Heat Race 4 winner, Brandon Schatz. How's it going, Brandon?
Hey man, it's going good.
So, tell me how you felt in that heat race and if you feel like you need to make any adjustments or you feel pretty confident about your chances tonight.
Yeah, no, I mean that was a pretty good heat. We got pretty lucky there, and it's got spaced out in front of Chase. Chase is pretty damn fast. So I was pretty lucky to see him kind of fall back, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah, once I got out there, it was
You
nice.
look super smooth, though, man. Nice, smooth operator. Is there anybody
Yeah,
that is there any adjustments you think you need? I already asked that. Hey, is there anybody you want to thank before the feature tonight?
oh yeah, man, absolutely. Thanks for you guys for putting this on. This is a pretty fun event. The boys at Midwest, we've been looking for something to race for league wise, and it's been fun to knock the dust off some pros late model sets, and it's kind of fun to see everyone get on and work together on finding what's fast. So
Oh, yes,
got to give
sir.
a shout out to CFM and all them.
That sounds pretty cool right there, man. Well, I wish you the best of luck tonight. Hope to see you run pretty well. Hope to be interviewing you at the end of this thing. Good luck, buddy.
Thanks, man. Take it easy.
You too. All right, as these fellas are in the warm-up, I am going to run and grab a drink real quick, but don't you fellas worry. I will leave you with an absolute banger of a song while I'm gone here. Um, we will not be matching the vibe from earlier though. We will actually be going in the opposite direction as I go collect my drink. And we will be back in time for the feature, everybody.
All right, Johnny, are you doing driver or
No, I was leaving them. I can actually. Yeah, I can. Do I need to play? I need to play background music. I need to. Is my thing pulled up? It doesn't pull me up. Are you gonna do it when they grid up, Robert?
what's up?
I say you're gonna do it when they grid up.
You can start now.
All right, I gotta play some music. Build the mood. What's a good song for this? What's that song from Cars? Alright, fuck the music. Here we go. And your first ever SCRA main event pro late models of season 15. We are going to have rolling off in that P26 position. We got Julian Shanks. Oh no, wait. I don't know who the fuck is starting. We'll do it when they grid. Shit, I can't see nothing, man. Here we go. In that P222 position, we got Austin Leitzman rolling out, or P16 position. Austin Leitzman rolling out the back of this field. Brandon Jones rolling in 15th here from the Conti Bickford. Bicky, you know him, you love him, I love him, I know him. Tyler Bickford, James Lucas rolling off of that P13 position. Jeffrey Hyatt in 12th. Dalton Dozer Days Tournier in that P11 position. Watch out for this guy to cause a wreck. It's probably going to happen. We got Nate Wimhoff in that P10 position with Derek Darnell to his inside. Chase Copeland rolling off P8. We got Cody McDonald to his inside rolling off P7 to his inside. My thing's all fucked up. To his, we have Brandon Butterball P6. Gavin Gravitt will roll off in that 5th position. We're rolling up to our interviewees besides Scott. Nobody knows why Scott fucking didn't come to the interviews. That's pretty freaking fucked up. But anyways, Brandon Schatz, that guy's cool talking to him. He's a cool fella, I can't lie. He's rolling off in that P4 position. Zachary Meensner, Mr. Unk, Mr. Decade in that P3 position. Aiden Lewis to that outside pole position, and your pole sitter for the first SCRA race of season 15 is Scott, the no-show Cone. We're about to get ready for 40 hectic laps of racing here around Lanier Speedway. I'm getting in this rear chase view for the main event here. As they come green, Scott Cone with a good jump. Here comes Lewis to that outside. Cone to that bottom. Meensner to follow. Meensner up to second. Lewis stuck on that high side. Can he get a run? He can't make it work as he runs through the slick. Here comes Gravitt. A little contact. Brandon Schatz. P5. Sorry about that. My microphone died, but Cone, Meensner, Lewis, and Gravitt. Your P4 shots looks to the inside of Gravitt. Contact. Door to door. If they didn't spin, it's okay in my book. Gravitt back to the outside of Shots. Shots to the inside. Shots will take fourth. Gravitt with the crossover breaks back to his inside. Contact. Just rubbing though. It's all good. It's racing. Cone with that lead. Shots to the middle. Gravitt left a little bit of that 25 on his door. It's okay though. Loving is rubbing. You know what I mean? Gravitt back to that P4 position. Here comes Cody McDonald up top, rolling around in that P6. P7 position now is Copeland's to the inside of him. Copeland up to 6th from that 8th position. Cone, Meetsner, Lewis, Gravitt, and Shots your top 5 as of right now, but Copeland is knocking down the door. He looks, he's going to follow in line here. McDonald sticking to that top side here might know something that we don't. Butterball looking to his inside for that P7 position. As Copeland up underneath Shots. Nope, not there yet. Copeland rolling around in that P6 position. You gotta imagine he wants more. McDonald like a rocket ship outside of Butterball. Butterball back to his inside. McDonald stuck up top. He's gonna hold on to P7 at the line. McDonald crossover on Butterball. Splits the gap. Here comes Derek Darnell. As we see, Copeland has also moved to the top here. As Shots and Copeland are reeling in Gavin Gravitt here, who seems to have a bit of spoiler damage. Shots looking to his inside. Can't make nothing work. Still there, though. As they go into 1 and 2. The bottom seems to be the dominant line here. You don't really want to slip up off of it. Looking to see the top come back in here soon, though. Copeland to that outside. Copeland still in P6. McDonald's moved to that bottom here. Back to our leaders. We got Colm, Meisner, Lewis. Lewis to the back bumper of Meisner. Can't make it stick. As we see Gravitt move up to that top in P4. He's up there, and he's making it work. As Gravitt with that run on the outside. Still holding on to P4s. We got Shots back to his inside. Shots followed by Copeland to the inside at the line. It's going to be Shots by an inch. Shots on that inside. Copeland as well. Gravitt just letting it all hang loose up there, and you got to respect that as a man. If you don't respect that, you're not a man. But the shot at the line. Copeland looking to follow. Gravitt trying to move back down into that middle. As we see Shots, and here comes Copeland. Copeland to the door of Gravitt. Gravitt's just hanging on for everything he's got. Stuck on that high side. Copeland to the inside of Gravitt, and he will clear for P5 at the line. We roll back into the battle for 10th. It's just Tournier. Tournier up to 10th from 11th. Hyatt up a spot. Here comes Bicky. Bicky up into that 13th position. 3 wide here in the back. All clean though, all good, all is well. Back to the race for 6th or 7th. Now 6th as they catch on up on Gravitt. Gravitt back to that bottom. McDonald's still up top. You gotta imagine his tires are screaming for help right now. Goodness gracious, this guy is putting them to work. McDonald on that top. Butterball underneath him, followed by Darnell. Oh, here comes Butterball up on that top as well. They are reeling in Gravitt. That spoiler damage seems to be really messing with that car. As we go back up here to chase Copeland and Brandon Shots. Copeland back to the top. Aiden Lewis. All the leaders just in a row here. So Gravitt's going to run that middle here. Butterball to the top. McDonald to the bottom. Butterball with a good move. Works his way up to P7. Butterball still up top here. Looking for a run. Gets into Gravitt just a bit. Goes for the slider. Throws it. Gravitt with the crossover. Back in there. They go into 3 and 4. You got to imagine this coming. Gravitt doesn't throw it all the way though. Just to that middle. As we come to the line, Butterball by a nose for that P6 position. McDonald right there with him behind Gravitt. Gravitt back to his inside of Butterball. And just going to be Butterball clearing for 6th. Gravitt back to that high side looking to pick up some little run, some momentum here. Possibly making something happen. Here comes McDonald through the middle. These fellas are 3 wide. McDonald, Gravitt, and Darnell 3 wide for this P7 position. Darnell to that bottom. Here comes Tournier. Tournier out of nowhere. Looking to put his nose in this battle. We go back to our front to check on our leaders. Colm is in the bottom, and here comes Meisner on that high side. Meisner looking to get a run and make something work. So we have Aiden Lewis following right behind Colm on that bottom side. Here comes Meisner. Meisner to the top, Colm to the bottom. Meisner with a great run. Not enough though as they go into 1 and 2. Still same line, top and bottom. Colm to that bottom. It looks like that bottom is just a little better in 1 and 2 here. It's Meisner. Tail to the wall. That's what I'm talking about, Unc. Get on up there. Colm, Meisner. Here comes Lewis looking to the inside of Meisner. Lewis gonna turn around and follow him up top. Shots, Copeland, Butterball rolling in that P6 position. Derek Darnell. Dalton Tournier up to P8 as he puts the tub on. Tub Nation. He's all the way up there by the wall, mama. That man's trying to make some money on merch. He hasn't sold a shirt in 7 years. Goodness, here comes Hyatt to the bottom. The battle for 8 is picking up. Tournier sticking to that high side, making it stick. Tournier back to the middle. Hyatt to follow. Here comes Bicky. Bicky to the bottom here, looking to make something happen. Gravit, you gotta imagine he is just not happy with that spoiler damage right now. And the nose damage as well. Just kinda killing him with the arrow in this game. Hyatt to the inside of Tournier. Tournier holding on to it here. Got Tournier to the high side as we go back to our race for the lead. Meensner to the high side with a great run on Colm. He's looking to the inside. Can he make it stick? No. Colm pinches him off all the way to the bottom. Oh. Meensner tapping the wall there. Gonna kill his run. Here comes Aiden Lewis. Aiden Lewis with the slider. Can't make it stick. Meester to that high side, not going to give up on it. Combs sticking with that bottom, slow rolling it as he should, just in his own little world. But he knows the pressure is there, and I can only imagine that he's feeling it. Here comes Meester. Meester back to the outside. Lewis on the inside of him. Here comes Copeland and Shots as well, slowly easing herself into the picture. We only have a few left to go here. Combs to that bottom. Meester back to that top. Meester with it looking for a big run here out of 4. Not going to get what he was looking for, as I believe this is the... No, this is 2 to go. No, this is the white flag lap as they come to the final corner. It's going to be Colm, Meensner, Lewis, Shots, Copeland. Going to be a top 5, followed by Brandon Butterball, Derek Darnell, Tournier from that 11th position, Hyatt up from 12th. Bigford up from 14th here. Brandon Jones. Gonna point your 11th. First car outside the top 10. Gavin Gravett, Cody McDonald, Nate Wimhoff, Austin Lucas, and Austin Leitzman is going to be your field. Your final results of the night in SCRA's Season 15 Pro Late Opener.
Thanks, Kevin, for about dumping me.
Alright, we're about to interview your top 3 here. Trying to find a decent angle to get a look at these fellas' cars. We're going to pull in Aiden Lewis in that P3 position. Aiden, first of all, congratulations on your P3.
Mm-hmm.
Might not be everything
Thank
you
you.
were looking for, but still a solid run in a very stacked field of cars here.
Yeah,
Tell
I'm
me,
I'm pleased with it. The
oh yeah, you had a good run, man. Tell me if there's anything you wish you could have changed or might have switched up a little early just to see if you could have edged out a little more, or you're pretty content with what you did and where you were.
I think everything was good other than me. I think air pressure. I probably should have did a little different on air pressure, but I think that's really about it. I felt pretty good. I think we're all top 3 right there. Kind of just kind of left the field.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
y'all were dead even with each other and slowly pulled the
yeah,
field at the same time. Well, it was a
yeah.
great run, man. Congratulations on your P3 finish opener. Can we plan to see you back next week?
Yeah, yeah. I'll be back.
Well,
Yes,
that's be
sir.
good to
It was
hear.
fun.
Hopefully, we get to interview you a few more times this season before it's all said and done. Congratulations on your P3, brother.
All right, thank y'all. Thank y'all for putting on.
Yes, sir. Zachary P2 Meensner.
Hello.
Let me tell you, Unc, you had me proud when you went to that top. I never thought I'd see Zach up top.
You had to try it. I mean, I knew that Scott. I was trying it out a little bit. I could see that Scott was seeing I was trying it because he tried it too. And I thought I had him fooled for a second, but I just didn't get enough of a run. But then I said, "Fuck it, we're gonna try it," because it felt so good out of four. But
It was
one
a,
and two, it was just too gone.
yeah, it was a great overall run. I mean, the top three, you guys were dead even, and you pulled the field while you were doing everything you were doing. So, I mean, is there any kind of scenarios you wish you would have took a shot earlier, or maybe waited and been a little more patient to see if you could have made that pass on Scott, or you think everything worked out just the way it should have?
I think I made my move too early. When I dropped to the inside to try and go by him, I think if I would have waited another lap and kept building momentum, I might have been able to pull alongside him on the exit of turn four, maybe the next lap. And if I do that, then I had more momentum and I would have gotten by him. But
Oh yeah.
I saw an opening, so I took it and I had to let off because else I was going to kill him. He's just lucky that he's a friend. So we'll say that.
Yeah, that had to been kind of an oh shit moment when he went all the way down and kind of put you close to that wall there. I saw you kind of had to break a little bit so you didn't kill yourself, him, or the wall.
But yeah, I did. I definitely did break because I did straight for that blue barrel, and I got scared for a second. I won't lie, but I had to try it. And, I think I did a lap or two too early. But props to Scott. I saw him hit the wall a couple times, and he rebounded and kept it smooth on the bottom. But I'm telling you, the top in 3 and 4 was there. It was
Oh,
there.
we saw it. You could see the differences between the corners, the runs you were getting. Is there anybody you'd like to thank that you haven't already in the pre-race interview?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Midwest Sim Sports, Majula State Speed Shop for this setup. Well, actually, it was more Chase Copeland setup. The Chase Copeland Academy, Brandon Shots for making this beautiful rap of mine. Gary, because I got to represent Gary at some point, and the best sub sandwich shop in the world, Jimmy John's.
All right, Zach. Well, I hope to be interviewing you here a few more times throughout the season. Good run tonight, man.
Thank you, boss. It sounded like your stream went well, so I'll be excited to watch it back. But I miss you on the track.
We held the ignorance to a minimum tonight. We didn't want to whip it all out to begin.
That's fair. That's so fair.
All right, buddy. I'll catch you.
All right, see you, man.
Scott, no show for the pre-race interview. Talk to me about that. Fuck the race. Tell me why you didn't show up.
I had some car troubles and we had to get that arranged before we could get
Oh. Well, it looks like whatever you were working on worked. That 32 machine was rolling and she was smooth tonight. Tell me about your race. Did you like your line? Did you wish you tried anything else?
It was pretty good. I knew right away that I was going to run the bottom as long as possible. I tried the top the one time. I didn't really like it. The pro lates at Lanier just feel funky running the top. And so I just went back down to the bottom and just run smooth, clean laps.
You could see it. I mean, the top three, you guys were under a blanket majority of that race. Even when y'all were switching lines and racing, y'all were still pulling away from the field there. You guys obviously found speed where others just couldn't get as much. I mean, tell me about your thoughts whenever you saw Zach dive you with a few laps to go. We got that crazy run out of four. What was going through your head there?
Oh, I saw the run coming out of four, and I knew he was going to do it, but I was not about to give up the bottom, so I just stuffed it down there as hard as I could, and he kind of looked like he clipped the inside wall a little bit, so that helped me out a lot.
You know, everybody thinks it's slider, slider. Nobody learns about defense nowadays, Scott. You played defense. Is there anybody
Oh
you'd like
yeah.
to thank on that 32 machine tonight?
Oh yeah, we got JSS Speed Shops, fastest cars on around the block.
Quick
We got
sets
J-Dub
and
Graphics
open now.
making the cleanest wraps around. That's pretty much it.
All right, Scott. Well, we appreciate you coming out tonight. I hope to be interviewing you a few more times this season. All around great run tonight, man, and have a good one.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, everybody. This was the opening week of SCRA Season 15 Pro Lates. I'm glad you all tuned in. We hope to see you back for the next stream. This is